What up, everyone, and welcome again to another episode of your favorite podcast, the DT Lounge podcast. That is the fifth episode. I'm one half of your hosting duo. I'm Donnie.
What's going on, everybody? This is the other half of the hosting duo. This is Tarik.
And we always talk about on our podcast, we hope to make you laugh, make you think, and of course, got to enjoy a drink while you're in the lounge with us as we discuss a variety of things. What's on our agenda here today, Tarik?
Well, this was a rough week, so we gonna talk about a few things. But before we do that, what's in the cup, homie?
Yeah, I got a little bit of a Sweetwater IPA today.
Okay,
Got a
going
fresh
light.
load. Yeah. Oh, well, this is a little bit darker. It's an IPA, 6.3%. Well, what
Oh, okay.
are you sipping on there, brother?
Well, I got some Tito's and tonic with a splash of cranberry.
Ooh,
So
okay. All
yeah,
right.
yeah.
All right.
So yeah, I man,
Good old
uh,
Tito's.
yeah, Tito's is good. But I don't know nothing about the beers and the IPAs because I couldn't never quite acquire that taste for beers. So
Well, it's a finer man's acquired taste.
is that right? A finer man's acquired taste. True, true. I get you. I get you.
Oh man,
Uh,
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
and I know, man. I know. Oh man, but it looked like our Facebook numbers rising a little bit.
Man, they on the rise for sure, man. We doing all right. We
Yeah,
got a few more subscribers on the YouTube as well too. So that's on the up and up, as they say.
yeah, man. Thank you guys for subscribing to the Facebook, uh, to the YouTube channel, Instagram, and like I always say,
Here it comes.
that Twitter is on the way. The Twitter account is on
Now,
the way.
we are in September already now. We
Yeah,
officially
yeah, I
got
know,
into
I know, and
September.
I know this is the third week in a row I've said this joke. So yeah, I got a little time off, so I really should get to it. I should be able to, hopefully.
You gotta get the people what they want, man.
Yeah, yeah, I guess. Yeah,
Now,
we'll get it done.
and you and I, we were talking, man, so out there, with the YouTube channel, man, if you guys have a Google account, you do Google Docs, Google pages or presentations or whatever the case might be, you might have a Google account, Gmail account. That's all you need. Log in or even just create one. Log
Yeah,
in, hit subscribe on that YouTube channel, show us some love that way. And then that way you can get notifications when we do post them on YouTube as well. So
yeah, yeah. We need you guys to go ahead and subscribe to that YouTube channel. Get us up there with the YouTube sensations of the world.
exactly, exactly.
Yeah,
Maybe we'll get syndicated too.
that would be great, wouldn't it?
That's
Oh man. So what's happening, Donnie, man? What's going on, man?
Man, it's kids are back in school.
Yeah.
That's certainly going on this week for us. They started back, so that's going pretty well. And
Okay.
we're already at that that midweek form.
Okay.
Getting counting down to the weekends. I think when we get to this day, I know we post this on a Thursday, but we record on Wednesday night. But I feel like when I get to that hump day, that Wednesday, man, a
You on the
little longer smile on the face, wraps a
Yeah.
little further, like that
Yeah,
much closer to Wednesday
you
or
on the downhill.
to the
Yeah,
weekend. That's right.
yeah, you on the downhill, man. I didn't got to the point to where, everybody obviously dreads Mondays unless you're fortunate enough to have a job where you don't have to work on Mondays. But even when you don't work on Monday, it's still
There is
just
a
another
Monday
Monday.
in a sense, quote unquote. Yeah.
Exactly.
Whether you go
But
in Tuesday through Saturday or something, your Tuesday is through Monday.
exactly. But I
Yeah.
I didn't got to the point to where I kind of look at the week as once I get to Wednesday, I mean, it's the same thing that you just said. But I mean, like in my mind, I'm literally like going into work on Thursday. I'm like Thursday, kind of like the new Friday, even though
It's
even though I
Friday
gotta,
Eve.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Even though I gotta work on Friday, but it's still,
Hmm.
Friday a lot lighter
Yeah.
for me. And then, I mean that it helps me at work because, I mean I gotta my job isn't too stressful. So I'm actually to myself a lot throughout the day. So I don't really have anybody on me
Mm-hmm.
on my neck all day. I mean, I'm responsible for some important information, but
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's the position I'm in is real chill. So um, yeah,
I mean, you don't have somebody above you talking about your TPS reports.
no, no, no.
Right. I'm gonna need those TPS reports.
Yeah, I don't got nobody trying to put me in the basement and trying to take my stapler.
Yeah, it's my swing line, man.
Yeah.
And while you're down there, we go ahead and take care of that little cockroach problem.
Yeah, the movie's so funny, so funny.
I got a meeting
So,
with the Bobs.
such a there's so many one-liners in that movie, man. Oh my god.
Good
God,
times,
Michael
man.
Bolton, poor Michael
Uh,
Bolton.
I forgot all about that one.
What did he say? He said, "Why do you hate your name so much?" My name was fine till the ass clown started winning Grammy. Oh God.
Oh man.
Office Space. Check it
Well,
out, people. If you haven't seen it, check it out.
I wouldn't say I'm exactly missing work,
Yeah.
Bob.
Oh man.
Oh
Oh,
man.
but yeah,
Ah,
like
classics, that's
yeah,
for sure.
yeah, very, very great movie.
But you know
But
that we were saying that downhill towards the end of the week, especially this weekend, Labor Day, might look a
yeah,
little different for this year, as many of the other holidays during the COVID pandemic,
yep, yeah,
so
yeah,
we'll
it
see how
is.
that goes this weekend.
Yeah, Labor Day is traditionally one of my favorite weekends of the year because that marks the start of college football.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's from Thursday night to Labor Day night is action packed with college football. So
Mm-hmm.
uh, this year it's a little different. I mean, certain conferences gonna play, but they I want to say the ACC starts the week. The actually the Hurricanes play a week from tomorrow, so they start on the 10th.
Was it like the 10th? Yeah, yeah, the
Yeah,
10th,
yeah, they
yeah.
play UAB on the 10th on the ACC network at 8. But yeah, man, it is gonna look a little different. It definitely is, without the football, the have to watch, and we still trying to social distance, so it's not too many barbecuing and all of that going on.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
but 2020, man, talked about
It
it
is what
last
it
week.
is. Yeah.
Yeah, it is what it is.
It is what it is at this point. Kind of, I hate to say the new norm because I think that is so played out, but man, it's becoming so normal. Some of the things that we're doing, and some of the good stuff is good, and I think it'll
Yeah.
stay. But
Hmm.
it's certainly it's been a roller coaster of a year. And speaking of that, God, we always try not to start off this way. It just seems
Yeah.
like every week there's something going on, and this time, I mean, it's a lot of somethings.
Yeah.
We lost quite a bit of people in this past week, and
Yeah,
so we
man.
just want to kind of recognize them and give them a little shout out. Hope they rest in peace. We had a couple legendary coaches pass. One,
Hmm.
legendary coach of Arizona basketball. Coach Lute Olson
Yep. Yep.
won a
Ludo.
national championship, right?
Yeah.
Put
National
them on the map.
championship with in '97 with Mike Bibby and
Oh, I love some Mike Bibby.
yeah, Mike Bibby, and then they had the other little guard too. I want to say his name was Simon. I can't think of his. I don't know if Simon was his first name or his last name, but yeah, man, I remember that team because they beat North Carolina in the Final Four that year. So and then they beat Kentucky, which I I didn't think was going to happen. I thought Kentucky was going to beat them, but yeah, Ludosa, man, he put some good basketball players on the court for us. Was able to recruit real well and coached a lot
Hall
of
of
good
Famer
players.
too. Hall
Yeah,
of Fame coach. Yeah.
yeah, coached Damon Stoudemire, coached like I said, Mike Bibby, um, Gilbert Arenas, uh,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and it's a couple other ones. I want to say he coached Steve Kerr. I could be wrong. I think he was at Arizona to coach Steve Kerr. I think so. If
I'm trying to go back, and especially in my last dance memory,
yeah,
because I know that was a big episode,
mm,
and I cannot remember offhand.
yeah, but yeah, legendary coach. May he rest in peace. And speaking of a legendary coach, Coach John Thompson from Georgetown.
Georgetown.
Yeah, man, that's that hurt. I mean,
Yeah.
they all hurt, but the joy. This one meant a little more to me because in my household, my mom particularly, my mom was a huge Georgetown fan. I mean, huge. And back then when when you had the Big East, I remember every Monday it'd always be on ESPN for the big Monday matchup, and it was all back then in the Big East they had powers. They had you had your Georgetowns, you had your Syracuses, your Connecticut's, your St. John's, Seton Halls, Providences. I said St. John's, right? Yeah, it was just
Well,
so many of them.
and we weren't a powerhouse, but that's the Canes were in the Big East back then too.
Right? Yeah, they came in the I think they joined in 91 or 92. But when the Big East was always a great basketball conference. It's just that I think at the height of it was the late 80s.
The 80s, yeah.
So and when John, the
speaking of height.
yeah. The players that John Thompson was able to coach, Patrick Ewing, Dikembe, Alonzo,
Yep.
AI. Those are the ones that everybody remember. But I got to say this guy's name because he don't get enough respect. Reggie Williams, who got I think he got drafted by the Denver Nuggets in I want to say 80, 88, 89, something like that. First off, that's my mom's favorite. That is like my mom loves Mike, but Reggie Williams was her guy. Her guy. Like it's so bad. I remember when my brother always tells the story that he was in New Orleans one time, and he was going into the Magic Johnson party, and he was in line, and he looked up and he saw Reggie Williams, and he just started talking to him, because regular dude, and he was having a conversation, and he was like, "Man, my mom a huge fan. You mind if I call my mom?" And he was like, "Yeah." So so my brother called my mom, and they had a little conversation, and she told him that she loved him at Georgetown, and I always thought that was a dope story.
That is cool. I don't think I ever heard that story.
Yeah, it was. I was like, damn, that's all right for it's dope on so many levels that my brother, he saw him, and then him being cool enough to allow, not allow, but to stay in there and wait for my mom to answer the phone.
And this is back then. I mean, it's not as
this was
easy.
No, this was it was in the 2000s.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah,
all right.
yeah. This was in the 2000s. But when he played, he was on that legendary Nugget team that beat the Supersonics.
Oh, the McKembe.
Yeah,
team.
The 8 seed.
The first seed. 8 seed beating the first 1 seed.
Yeah, but he was he was coached by John Thompson, and it is. That one really hurt because it was when it took place, it was already after just a crazy emotional weekend already to wake up to it Monday morning. That really was like, geez, please, 2020.
Yeah. But, and I mean, one of the ones that was the headlines, grabber for the week, which took everybody by surprise. The Black Panther.
Yeah.
Black Panther.
Yeah,
Chadwick.
Yeah, man. May he rest in peace. Representing for the, y'all can see it. Got the Black Panther shirt on. Man, that was a fucking punch to the gut.
Yeah.
That's what that was, because
it just took everybody by surprise. I mean, and I think when you start doing some research and then you see what he went through in his battle, with cancer and stuff, and it wasn't, at least to my eyes and to my knowledge, it really wasn't publicized. It wasn't out there. Like, I
No,
mean,
it wasn't at all.
nobody knew.
It wasn't at
You
all.
hear. I saw the meme about people were trolling him because of the weight loss and this, that, the other, and
Uh-huh.
it's like you just never know what people are going through. And in this case, it really hits home when you start putting two and two together over the last few years. And
Yep.
this man's 43 years old. I mean, yeah, that's our age. Like
Yeah. Yeah, that's our age
it's right
range.
there, man. And listen, I know a few people know out there that are watching or listening. Like I had my many battles with cancer,
Hmm.
so I feel like I'm on borrowed time, but it's never easy, and to be a celebrity and people throwing shade your way, man, that's gotta hurt, especially when you're trying to keep things private
Hmm.
and keep your mind focused, man, and on a battle at hand. And man, that one hit home for me. Just
Yeah.
with the similarities of the cancer aspect, and
Hmm.
you know.
Yeah, man. It was real tough because, like you said, nobody knew what was going on. And then I think that was like what was so shocking about it was the fact that like he had cancer. Like how how nobody knew that. And then when you find
All
out,
while recording the movies and
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. And then when you find out it was he got diagnosed 4 years ago, it's like, hey, he had to shoot. He shot
Jackie
Civil War.
Robinson.
No, Jackie Robinson was in
Or was that earlier?
13.
Oh, 13.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Jackie Robinson was in 2013. But like as far as like the character that he's going to be known for is T'Challa,
Hmm.
and being Black Panther. And so he they debuted the character in Captain America: Civil War in 16. Then they brought the character back in um, 2018 for Avengers: Infinity War, and then brought it back again for Endgame in 2019. And as far as the Marvel aspect of it, they were setting it up to where he was going to be the main superhero in the universe of these. Well, yeah, in the universe of these, other characters going on. Like,
Hmm.
they I know you don't watch the Marvel movies like that, but it's a scene in the movie where um, they bring all of the characters back. In the first one, the first one you hear is a character by the name of Falcon. But when these portals open up, the first one to walk through the portal was Black Panther and his sister and his general.
Hmm.
So that to me, I always thought that means a lot because that means they're to me I always took it as they were trying to take this character. Well, with the success of Black Panther, they they knew that okay with
It
us
has some
doing what we did.
pull. It has some
Yeah,
power. Yeah, yeah.
yeah. With what they knew the outcome of that movie was going to be, as far as one of the main characters passing, it was like the torch was going over to him.
Hmm.
So, and not that the Black Panther character died, but just we all know the person who played it
Right.
is the one who passed away. But yeah, man, he did some legendary work. 42 is a excellent movie, excellent movie. Um, Get On Up is really good. It's really good. Like personally, it doesn't get enough credit. Um, the way he like embodied James Brown, like as far as the movements and the sounds. I'm not gonna sit up and act like it was Jamie Foxx and Ray because it wasn't, but he did a
Hmm.
damn, damn, damn good job. So, and then the other things he was in the movie Draft Day with Kevin Costner about that came out in 2014 about the Cleveland Browns on draft day. He was one of the football players. He ended up being the first overall pick. So it was it was just a gut punch, man.
Mm-hmm.
It really
Mm-hmm.
was, because like, it's just all of that you take into effect: his age, how he passed, then
It's just everything else going on. I mean, the things
yeah.
that we've documented over the past few weeks, and just everything that everybody knows that's been going on. And then, like I
Mm-hmm.
said, all right, here we go. We've got a star on our hands, and it was a gut punch. It
Mm-hmm.
was just like, no, come on.
Yeah, like
His
it
talent,
was.
and I think he was just starting to kind of scratch the surface
Yeah,
of his range and what he could do, and
yeah,
the entertainment he would bring to all of us. So
yeah. It's I always, it's one of those passings where, at least for me, you'll always remember where you were when you heard it.
mhm.
Like I remember exactly where I was when I heard about Kobe. Um, you know what I'm saying? Like when I heard about Michael Jackson. When I
Mhm.
heard about
Just those
Princess Diana.
historical moments.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's just
9/11. I mean, Princess Diana. Yeah, Michael
yeah,
Jackson. Like, yeah,
yeah,
all
man.
those historical moments. You never forget where you were.
Yeah, man. So you need to get up on the Marvel movies, man.
Man, we've been talking about that for a while, man.
Yeah,
Like,
man. I ain't gonna lie. It's a lot of them. It is a lot of them.
and
But
and that's and we've talked about that. Like, time is of the essence, and it's we do these really late at night because kids are in bed, and
hmm
just kind of take the opportunity. But even during, like, we'll get home from work, and it's just the hustle and bustle of
yeah,
every
I
day,
get it.
and it's just so hard to just take that extra time to all right, well, I'm gonna go watch this. You guys take care of business, with three of them
Yeah,
over there.
yeah. I definitely get it.
Yeah.
I definitely get it. It's just it's so good.
Yeah.
They really
I
are.
think as the boys get a little older,
Yeah.
Avery's at that age where, she's okay, and completely independent pretty much.
hmm
But the two boys, they require a lot of attention, and
hmm
yeah. And if they can get into it, that will certainly help,
Yeah,
as they get older.
that'll help a lot.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Shout out to my ABC crew.
Shout
Yes,
out
I
to the
do
little
have
ones.
the ABC of kids, Avery, Birdie, and Colby. Yep, we
Yeah,
do, and we like it. We love it.
yeah.
Well, there was one more, and I hate to kind of keep going down. We talk about the positives with all these, but this one definitely hit home. And immediately when I saw that, you're the first person I thought of. You know, uh, uh, Cliff Robinson.
Yeah,
And that, to me, complete surprise. Had no idea.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. I was
things
surprised
going
too.
on, and I'll let you share the connection with
Yeah,
Cliff.
yeah. R.I.P. to Cliff Robinson. So, a lot of people don't know this, like my close friends do, or close friends from back in the day. But Cliff Robinson is my cousin. He's my second cousin on my mom's side of the family. Um, what we
And for
one of the
those that don't
clubs.
know, NBA legend, played in the NBA for many years. Actually,
Yeah.
has probably what he wasn't posterized, but he's infamous with MJ.
Oh
In
yeah.
that's finals.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The 7 threes in the first half.
yeah.
Yeah.
But Cliff
He
was a ball player.
yeah he was. Yeah he was, man. He was, he was a cool dude. I was able to meet him several times. Um, when he first got into the league, he left tickets for me and my family at Will Call at the old Miami Arena. So I want to say we got a chance to go see the Trailblazers play 3 times in 4 years. We went in 90, 91, and then in 93. Um, So when I was, in 90, I was 11. So he gave me a small, like a little palmable basketball, and he couldn't take me, But what he did was he took the ball on the bus and he got a bunch of autographs. So I remember having Terry Porter, Kevin Duckworth, uh, what's my man name? I'm looking right at him because he passed away too. I said Porter, Duckworth. It'll come to me. Jerome Kersey.
Oh, Jerome Kersey.
Yeah, Jerome Kersey. The coaches. It was a few coaches that signed it. The only one who didn't sign it was Clyde because he was still doing media at the time. And then I also was able to. I met a few Heat players as well, and they signed it. But yeah, he was always a cool guy. I hadn't seen him in years, but looked like everything. We thought everything was going well. He had a lengthy career, and he was on Survivor, and then I believe his wife was on one of the Housewives shows. I want to say Housewives of New York or one of the. He's from Buffalo, so one of the.
I love watching him on Survivor, man. I'm a big Survivor fan, and when he was there, I was like, oh man, I remember telling my whole family, I was like, man, that's Tarek's cousin.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just sad, man. He's only 53, and I hadn't even heard of him having a stroke back in 2017, and then he had to have a tumor removed from his jaw a year or so later. It's just sad, man. It's just it's
just so young. With Chadwick's 43, Cliff 53. It's
back to his basketball career. He I want to say he held the record for most consecutive games played for Portland or something along those lines. He definitely was a baller, man. I always those teams that he was on, those especially those first 3 years, those were some ridiculously good teams. They was just at the wrong damn time. It was just in the wrong era. Like in '90, they got beat in the finals by Detroit. Detroit had that was the second one that they back to back. '91, they got beat by the Lakers in the final in the Western Conference Finals. And then in '92, they got beat by
MJ.
Yeah, they got beat by Mike, and and then after that, I don't really remember them making too much noise after that because I believe that's when after the Bulls it was Houston and then the Bulls again.
And then Clyde got traded over to Houston.
Yeah, Clyde got traded, and then those
and
pieces.
That just kind of dismantled that whole.
Yeah, but I think he stayed. He still stayed for a while. I want to say he didn't leave.
The success of the team is what I was saying. You kind of derailed their success.
Yeah. That is true. But yeah, man, those teams were fun to watch. I really, really, really wanted them to get that one in '90 because I hated the fucking Pistons. I hated the Pistons. In '91, I didn't want to see them play Chicago because being a huge Mike fan, I was like, man, this gonna be rough. So when they got beat by the Lakers, I was like, all right. But then when they ran into them in '92, I was like, well, I think I know how this going to end, but hopefully he plays well, which he did. But yeah, man, it's just sad. It's just sad.
Yeah.
May Clifford Robinson rest in peace.
Absolutely, man. Speaking of some NBA, man, you and I were just watching the end of that game.
Yes, sir.
The Heat, take a 2-0 lead up on the Bucks. Man, they were trying to give it away, but
yeah,
they did not. They held on, held tight, and questionable calls down at the end. It ended up being both sides, but we got the W. Go up 2-0. Boston's also up 2-0, and the Lakers, they're just sitting around waiting to see who wins this Game 7 between Houston and Oklahoma City.
Yeah, they just waiting around to see. As far as the Heat is concerned, they have done a fantastic job guarding Giannis.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, fantastic.
Well, and we
He
talked about that. This is a matchup, man, because they lock up
they
on
got
defense, and then they can shoot the ball from
that
deep.
and they got the size to annoy the shit out of
Mm-hmm.
Giannis.
Mm-hmm.
And like at first going into this, I was like, I would be cool with them letting Giannis go absolutely nuts and just shutting everybody else down. But I don't from these first two games that I've seen, yeah, I think Giannis is in his own head, man. Like I mean, well, that defense that they playing, like I stated, it's ridiculous. Like they was breaking down the like slow motions, and it's like whenever he touched the ball, it's three,
Mm-hmm.
three of them around him, and if he breaks that wall, it's the other two. With a one of the other ones falling back to help, and they are just flustering them. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, flustering them, and um, you know, with these young boys, we got shooting the ball, and I mean, they play like they playing with house money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, well, we weren't picked to be here, so let's go ahead and just go out here and play basketball and let the chips fall where they may. And I don't know who the hell Tyler Hero.
Where he came from.
Oh my God,
But he is a ball player.
man! I mean, somebody need to tell this kid, hey, bro, you ain't supposed to be shooting like this, man. You ain't number 20 years
We
old. I
ain't gonna
mean,
tell him just yet.
man, he shoot that ball like it's like he done been in the league for 5 years.
Well,
I mean,
I
taking
think that's
big
it. Like
shots.
anybody who makes it to the league, I mean, they're a ball player. I mean, they can knock down shots. They are a ball player.
Hmm.
But that confidence level that this young man has to just really to kind of take over. I mean, he he helped carry that team tonight. Like
Yeah,
Jimmy, he wasn't a scoring. It wasn't a scoring night. He scored 40
yeah,
the other night. I think he only had 12.
yeah,
Those were the two free throws with no time left on the clock to get to
hmm
12.
yeah,
Um, but Tyler Hero, man, he's balling. I like it.
yeah. And it also uh, pertaining to tonight, the defense that Jones Jr. played when he came in to relief Iggy because he
Mm-hmm.
sprained his ankle.
Mm-hmm.
He was giving Giannis fits.
Mm-hmm. He's long. It's just as
Yeah,
long. I mean, that's his thing too, man. And he
yeah,
can obviously get off the ground. His
yeah.
slam dunk contest winner. So
Get off the ground, and he can shoot. I mean, he ain't the best jump shot you ever see, but he can hit it from time to time. Um, yeah, man. I if you would have told me they was gonna be up 2-0, I would have been like, I don't know about that.
yeah. Well,
It's
I can tell you it's gonna be a series. I don't think it's gonna go a sweep. It's certainly not gonna do that. But I think the Bucks might get one or two here. But it's gonna be it ain't gonna be easy. I think
yeah, it
they
ain't.
controlled the other night, and I don't think it was like a question. Like, man, they came out and just manhandled them.
Hmm.
You can see a couple mistakes towards the end there where I don't maybe their inexperience and youthfulness kind of showed. But they
Yeah,
got to make
man.
sure they ran that in, and I think they'll do okay.
Yeah. Extremely happy from what I saw tonight, though. Um, yeah, this game 7 going on. I think. Well, it's actually on commercial, but yeah, with this game 7 here with the Thunder and the Rockets, tell you that I really don't even give a damn. You know what I'm saying? Because this the
Yeah.
thing. This is my thing. Tell me what you think of this. I cannot stand to watch James Harden play basketball. I know he's a good ball player, but all that dribble, 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 shoot, that shit is irritating as hell to watch to me.
And I know they've broken it down, and
Yeah, the
they
analytics and
that
all.
that well, and they break down his step back, and they say, well, at the time he picks up the dribble, and then he bump bump bump. Man, that's a damn travel.
Yeah,
I don't care. You can't pick up the dribble and then hop back. Like you take one step forward, then you boom boom, two steps back.
yeah, yeah. Not there.
I will say this. Yeah, there's something about his game that I don't like watching him, but I got to give credit where credit's due. I think he is one of the most prolific scorers, and the man can
Oh
just
yeah,
straight up shoot the ball and shoot the lights out. However, I think he cries too much. I think he complains too much, and it's I don't know. I think he's a
yeah. He
little
can.
too slick with the game.
Yeah, he can definitely put. He can definitely score the basketball. I I think if.
He don't play defense though.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's the thing. I ain't gonna say that's the thing. I mean, yeah, he definitely doesn't play defense, but I think if his scoring came in the flow of the game, and like he was doing everything else, and because
Yeah,
to me the way it looks on television when I see him play, it looks like he's always you know
it's playground
his
ball.
his
It's
scoring is yeah, it's scoring first and then everything else second. To
yeah.
whereas not to compare him to LeBron or anything, but like Mike used to do this. Like Mike would let the game come to him, and if if the jumper wasn't falling, he start
I'm gonna
kicking the
post
ball out.
up and kick up.
Or
Yeah.
it wasn't too much. It wasn't too much kicking out Mike was doing.
But he would there's times where he would get people involved. Like you said, the game would come to him. He'd try to get others involved, get their confidence going,
Yeah,
go from there. But would do the other things. He'd go set screens. He'd get those assists. He'd get those rebounds. He'd get in there and mix it up with the big man. But
yeah,
I feel like, and again, mad respect for his game, but I feel like it's some of those just pickup ball where he's one of those guys that don't care about anybody else. I'm gonna get mine, and
yeah,
I'm gonna be flashy. Dribble, 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 step back, travel, let it
and
go.
yeah, yeah. You're right. And then and now I mean I do enjoy watching Russell Westbrook play.
I was just gonna say that, but I do like that.
Yeah,
That man is a
I mean he had a
baller,
bad game 6, but
but
we
he's
all
tough.
know he gonna leave it on the floor.
Hmm. He is tough. He is.
That James Harden. That's just a tough watch. And I don't have nothing against him. Like I think he seems to be like a cool dude when you hear him talk in the media.
Yeah,
But it's just his game. His game
yeah,
is yeah. It's just I don't like watching.
yeah.
Um,
I'm
and
sure we're gonna get some flack, from that.
yeah, yeah, I'm pretty sure we are. But what's crazy is as much as I sat up here and said I don't like watching his game, I do want to see them in the Lakers play.
Yeah,
I mean, I'd rather
it,
see them in the Lakers than them in the Thunder.
yeah, it's got a lot more clout to it,
Yeah,
a lot more hype, and I think the viewership will be
yeah,
a lot better. And I think it would probably be a little bit more of a series
hmm
than if the Thunder go in.
yeah. Because if the Thunder,
But
if the
we're all
Thunder,
really waiting for the Laker Clipper matchup. I mean, that's all we're doing.
yeah, yeah. Which when when the season first started and everybody was hype on the Clippers, I was like, all right. I mean, I don't think I get the hype because it's Kawhi and PG and all of that. But yeah, I hope the Lakers kill them. I really do not like that Clipper team. Like
Yeah.
yeah they they not likable.
Mhm.
they they not. Patrick Beverly's fucking annoying. Whichever Morris twin that is that they got,
Oh yeah.
he's an idiot. I don't mind Montrez. I don't mind Montrez. I don't mind PG. Um, and like I said last week,
And big props to
I'm
PG for even coming back and being able to play the game of basketball after his horrific injury a few years
yeah,
back. But
yeah. Yeah, that was bad. But yeah, and I said last week, I'm not a huge Kawhi guy. I mean, he obviously got, his game is ridiculous. It's just I find it kind of boring.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like,
Well, he's not, but and it's not boring in the same sense of that we were just talking about Harden. Dribble,
yeah,
dribble, dribble, step back, shoot, done. Let's jog back on defense. I mean, he does all the
it's no
little
flash
things.
to it.
There's no flash to it. He does
Yeah,
all the little things though, but he'll do everything off the ball. Like he doesn't
yeah,
need to be that primary ball handler and the facilitator of the offense. He's going to go down, set screens, roll, get his little jumper, boom. Let's go down the court. Now I'm gonna lock you up on defense.
yeah, yeah. But I hope the Lakers murder them,
Yeah.
and then lose to the Heat in the finals. I mean that's
There you go.
we still owe LeBron some get back. Zan shouldn't have never went back to Cleveland. Shouldn't have never went back to Cleveland. I stand on his toes and tell him you should have never left us to go back to Cleveland.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Didn't give the opportunity for 3 and 4 and not 5, not
yeah,
6.
yeah. But that's a
It's all
whole
good.
nother
That's
that's
a
a whole
whole.
nother podcast too. That's a whole nother one. But yeah, so the bubble getting live in the semifinals of the playoffs.
Yeah.
Uh,
I do think it's kind of like we talked about it before. I do think it's kind of cool, like seeing some of the images of the families kind of reuniting. After a while,
yes,
like I saw. Oh, name's escaping me right now. Your boy
Van
from
Fleet.
Toronto, Van Fleet. Yeah,
Yeah,
kids running down the hallway.
yeah. Did you see the
That's cool. Giannis's
image?
lady and his
Yeah,
kid.
yeah. But did you see the image of his little Van Fleet's daughter at the game wearing the jersey? Like she was just so excited to run up
Yeah,
to the side, and she
yeah,
was, hey, daddy, this. I was like, man, she's a little. Man, these kids are just adorable.
yeah, yeah,
Man,
yeah. So hopefully they stay COVID free and can continue with the success of the bubble in that aspect.
yeah, yeah. I hope so too, man. I think it's dope that they allowing their families to come down there because that's
It's been a long time
that's a long
because
time to be
they
without your
entered
family.
in June, like to quarantine for a while before they even got started.
Hmm. Yeah, man. So, yeah, good. Shout out to those players and the families and all of that. But like we was talking about earlier, with Labor Day coming up, I mean, the pigskin about to fly.
Yeah,
The pigskin is about to
yeah.
fly. So, yeah, man, had some news in the NFL. The Jags released Leonard Fournette, which is, think I mean, what it was just a couple of years ago. He was the leading rusher in the league, wasn't
Yeah, yeah. I mean, and here's the thing: he was in a contract year this year too. You think,
he?
man,
Yeah.
maybe you hold on to him, man. See, he's gonna ball out for you. But then it just begs the question. Like I started thinking, like, all right, are they gonna tank? Like, or what are they doing? They just let him go? Are they gonna try to get that draft pick already and try to get Trevor Lawrence gonna be in? We talked about that a few weeks ago.
Well, yeah. I mean, if I was in the Jaguars position, I'd try to tank to
I
get
mean,
Trevor.
they got rid of Jalen. You know, they got rid of Leonard, but and I think they're
And
similar.
it
Like,
was a defensive tackle that they got rid of too. I can't.
yeah,
Yeah, his name escaped me. I can't think of his name now, but
did they get rid of Calais?
yeah, Calais is in.
Calais Campbell. Yeah,
No, but it's another one too. I want to say it was the other defensive end that went and ended up going to Minnesota. But yeah, Calais is in Baltimore, which is
that's
a,
sick.
a perfect fit.
Yeah,
A perfect fit. Just whenever you hear Baltimore and you think of
you
defense,
think defense.
you just think of a hard nosed,
Mm-hmm.
just a relentless defensive line. You always gonna just had that image of Ray Lewis in the middle.
Mm-hmm. Ed
You
Reed
know,
and
and
the
Ed Reed over
secondary.
the back. Yeah. And I mean I know, both those players have retired, but that defense just they always kept for show. They always kept a good defense.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
but yeah, so Leonard Fournette cleared waivers and he's staying in Florida.
Yeah, staying in Florida.
Yeah,
Yeah,
going a little west, going to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
yeah.
What you
We,
think about that?
man, I kind of mentioned a little bit earlier that we talked about LeBron and the effect that he has of bringing people when he went from Cleveland down to Miami.
Mm-hmm.
All these vets wanted to sign down there to get the opportunity to play. Goes back to Cleveland. Some of those same people want to go back and play with him again. Goes
Mm-hmm.
out to LA. He's a magnet, man, bringing people out, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think we're seeing that with the NFL and Tom Brady. Got Gronk down there. Fournette's coming. They're just getting a lot of
They
people
they yeah
coming down there.
they already was stacked at receiver.
Oh,
They,
Mike Evans is going to have, I think, a breakout year. Not that he
yeah,
isn't already somewhat of a household name. He's gonna show out.
yeah. I mean, I'm
As
used
long
to
as the
Tom
line can
Brady.
protect.
Yeah, yeah. That is important. But I'm used to seeing Tom Brady because like being a Dolphin fan, see him 2 times a year. He used to carve us up like a damn turkey. Too, you can count on it too. Well, I
I
don't
don't
know.
know, man. The
Towards the yeah,
Dolphins
I
were.
don't yeah. Towards them last few years, they gave him whenever they play him in Miami.
Mhm.
Besides last year, but whenever they played him in Miami, they played him
It
tough
wasn't
and,
a it
and
wasn't a
gave him
given.
fits. Yeah,
Yeah.
gave him fits. But I do know this. When he has had a big time weapon,
Oh.
he only threw at the time, which was a record. What was it? 48 touchdowns.
Yeah.
48, 50 touchdowns in
Lost him.
2007. Yeah, so with him having Mike Evans and then is it Goodwin or Godwin? Um,
hmm
yeah, I probably mispronouncing the boy's name.
So
I apologize, but yeah, and then them signing Leonard. Hey, I ain't even mad at him. I ain't even mad at Tampa Bay. Take
yeah,
all the chips, push them shits to the middle of the
I'm
to the
all
middle of the
in.
poker table, and
I'm
let's
all in.
yeah, let's get it popping. Let's see what we can do.
So what? I got a little bit of little something here to go over with you. So talking about tanking and Fournette, and I think the Jags just need to. Man, they need to do something with that front office, draft better. Like the whole nine. I think there's a lot of overhaul that needs to kind of take place in some. I don't know. They need to revamp what's going on there. So when Fournette was drafted, here it kind of goes full circle. Guess who was MVP that year? Tom Brady.
Pretty.
All right.
Uh-huh.
A little bit about that draft class. So they chose Fournette at 4, but here are
Okay.
some of the people that they passed on that they did not choose.
Wait. What year he got?
2017. 2017. You ready? One
Oh,
running
this is going
one
to be
running
bad.
back that went a couple picks later at number 8, which I loved, Christian McCaffrey.
Mm-hmm.
That would have changed the dynamics of that franchise. Blake Bortles would probably still have a job there.
Mm-hmm.
He probably would be looking at some.
Well, I don't know. I don't know about Blake.
Blake, they got rid of some of his weapons too. Even like the last year he was there, they got rid of Allen Robinson.
Oh yeah, you
I mean,
are
they
right.
just started getting rid of some of the weapons, and then Blake was running for his life the whole time.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah, you are
but
right.
some other notable running backs. We also had Dalvin Cook,
Mm-hmm.
who's balling. Joe Mixon was passed
Cincinnati.
upon. hmm
Mm-hmm.
Here's one who ended up being Rookie of the Year. Any idea?
Rookie of the year.
2017. I'll give you the team. You'll get it right away. The
What
New
is it?
Orleans Saints.
Oh, Alvin.
Alvin Kamara.
Yeah.
Man, think about all these people that were passed up on at the running back position. You got
Well, yeah,
Kareem Hunt as well too.
Kareem Hunt was in that draft.
Yeah. All right. So
Wow.
again, he went. Leonard Fournette went number 4. I told you Christian McCaffrey went number 8. Guess who went number 10 that year?
Wait. I know this. Mahomes.
Patrick Mahomes,
Yeah.
Super Bowl MVP, Patrick
hmm
Mahomes. And then a few picks later, at number 12, we had Deshaun Watson.
That was a
I
hell of a
mean,
draft.
and heck of a draft. And I know Leonard had a lot of clout coming out, from LSU and everything, but man, you think about what, and of course, Miles Garrett was number one, so we couldn't have chose him.
hmm
Um, Trubisky was number two. Solomon Thomas, defensive end, went to San Fran. But all these other picks, man, they need to kind of do a little bit better job of their evaluation process there.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, like,
He seemed
what?
more like the sure pick at the time,
Yeah.
Although I still said to the day I thought the best running back was Christian McCaffrey,
Yeah. Yeah. He was ridiculous at Stanford,
hands down.
but I don't think he was better than Leonard Fournette at LSU. My thing is, like, we making it seem like Leonard Fournette is a bust, and that's not
No,
what we
no, no,
trying to.
no.
Yeah, that's not what we
Yeah,
trying. We're not saying that at all.
I'm
We
just talking about the
we
Jags front
wholehearted
office.
exactly. Yeah, we
Yeah,
wholeheartedly know that this isn't at Leonard Fournette's fault. This is all on the Jags. I don't give a damn if he is a problem in the locker room or whatever the case may be, or because they gonna try to spin that. That's gonna be
well,
the
yeah, and I think that's already
they
come
gonna
out.
try. Yeah, they
You
gonna
know
try
what
to
solves
spin that to
problems
save
in the
face.
locker room? Winning.
Yeah.
Winning solves that.
I mean, and then what's really crazy is it was only 2 seasons ago they had the lead in the AFC Championship game with 10 minutes to go.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I
Mm-hmm.
mean, controlled the football game. That
Now, running back's
I
gone.
don't.
Starting quarterback from there is gone. Starting receiver there from there is gone. Starting cornerback gone. Defensive lineman gone. I mean,
Yeah, yeah. What was
whole
they?
new
What was the
team.
defensive line called? Saxonville.
Jacksonville.
Yeah, yeah. That's
Yeah. But shout out to Christian McCaffrey. Boy, he's a
yeah, yeah,
dynamic.
yeah. I'm hoping I get
But
the first pick in my fantasy league.
yeah. And
It's
the knock
just,
on him was that he might have been too small. But man, with the way that the league was going and
hmm
just the versatile back that he was or
hmm
is, you don't pass up on a talent like that, man.
Yeah, you don't. You don't. Him and Alvin Kamara. Those are my two favorite running backs in the league.
Yeah, but see, Alvin Kamara, I don't think was as well known, and Patrick
He
Mahomes coming out
wasn't
of Texas
because
Tech, like you heard and you saw the highlights, and he put up some numbers, and man, this kid's a ball player, but it's at Texas Tech,
exactly. Yeah.
it was kind of like the McNair factor, well, he's putting up all these numbers, but he was D2
He
kind of thing,
yeah, he was doing it at Alcorn Stadium.
yeah,
But I mean, he still was a hell of a you know, hell of a ball player.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
but yeah, man, the Jags, I think they got to go in the direction of trying to tank for two. I was about to say tank for two. I was so used to that
That's the
slogan
Dolphins'
last
motto.
year. Oh, I was so used to hearing that slogan last year. But
Tank for
yeah,
Trevor.
they gotta try to tank for Trevor, man. I
I mean,
think
who knows? Minshew might turn out. Minshew did okay. We'll see what he does. Yeah,
yeah,
but
yeah. Um, so what else we got going on?
we always talk about some music, man. One of my favorite rappers. I mean, Snoop. From back in the day.
hmm
Rolling down the street.
Smoking
Smoking that
endo,
endo, sipping
sipping on.
on gin and juice.
hmm
Snoop's gonna launch his own gin brand. It's been 26 years, 26 years since gin and juice came out.
Okay.
It's going to be called Indago. The D-O-double-G in the middle,
Yeah.
Indago. That's
Okay.
going to be his gin brand. Like we said, surprised it didn't happen earlier.
Yeah. Yeah. It should have happened earlier. Not saying that he late because he not. Whenever you can create a business venture, it's always on time. But Yeah, you would have thought this would have happened a while back when
Yeah.
when the big boom of rappers and entertainers started jumping into the liquor business with back in 2001 you had uh Jay-Z and Damon Dash with the Armadale vodka. Um, then Diddy eventually had the who still has Ciroc, 50 with Effin. Um, uh, Dipset had the purple scissor or the purple drink or whatever they called it. Um, yeah, so I mean it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? It's you know, you, Gin and Juice was his one of his most popular songs, and I don't know this for sure, but I would think Tangeray probably didn't want to associate themselves with hip hop music in the early '90s.
Hmm.
Um, I could be wrong though. I could be
Yeah.
wrong.
I tell you what though, good for him. But I don't like gin.
Ain't that shit
I
nasty?
I don't
Oh,
think
that
you'll
shit
see
is.
me drinking that in the lounge.
Yeah, that shit is nasty. Oh my god. Somebody gave me a little shot of that. I called myself, I was congested. I said, yeah. He was like, I took the shot, and I was like, damn, shit is rough. But I did feel better. But I was like, I just put, oil in my body, so
And
so
I had Tangeray one time,
yeah,
never again. Like,
yeah,
oof,
man.
this is not good, man. Man, beginning of 2012, or 2012, beginning of 2020. Man, I'm going way back.
I
Beginning of
wish I
2020.
wish we was in 2012.
uh, beginning of 2020, man. All the rage was the Tiger King.
Oh
And
God.
Carol Baskin.
Oh my God. That shit was like a train wreck you
uh,
cannot turn away
you
from.
can't turn it away. You got to binge it. You just got to go. I held off for a long time, and finally, the old wifey and I, we were like, let's do this, and then we couldn't turn away from it.
Yeah, wasn't it?
Next
I
episode.
mean,
Next
what
episode.
man, that shit was so funny. And the crazy, I mean, it's bad because that wasn't the intent for it to, for it to be funny,
Right.
but it was like, man, these people live on a completely different planet.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. What was my man name? Joe Exotic.
Joe Exotic. Listen, he going on. He's in jail. He's as we all know, but he's a
And
businessman.
we know
He's
who
a
put him there.
businessman. Oh
We know
yeah,
who put him there, right?
Carol Baskin.
That bitch Carol Baskin.
um, yeah, but he pulling some strings from the jail cell. Inking some business deals, and man, you're gonna see
What?
his. Well, you might not see it, but his face is gonna be plastered on some damn underwear. He's starting an underwear line.
Wait. No, back. Pause. Back up. Rewind. Wait. So you mean to tell he's starting his own underwear line,
Yep.
and
And
his
not just that.
face.
His face is going to be on it. You ready? His face is going to be on the crotch area. He's got a men's line and a women's line.
Jesus Christ! What in the hell is going?
Listen, you can get yourself, a pair of these briefs. I think the men's briefs start at $24, 100% cotton, and the
For one
female.
pair? $24 for one pair. You know how many pairs of underwear I can get for $24?
Man, that's at least two 12 packs, right?
Oh my God. Oh, gee. And you know what's crazy? Just when I'm not surprised by this at all because first off, people are crazy. I mean, anything for notoriety for your brand.
Yeah.
So him plastering his face over crotch areas in underwear is not surprising. And also, Carol Baskin gonna be on Dancing with the Stars. Now I don't watch Dancing with the Stars at all, but from what I saw in that documentary, she should be laying as low as damn possible. I mean, low. Cause I don't care what nobody say. She fed that man to them damn tigers.
Yeah. She should
Oh,
be as elusive as she calls her cool cats.
yeah. Oh my God. But hey, I mean,
Listen, if you ever tell me you bought some of these damn underwear, why don't you get your pair though, man? Come on.
nah, bro. Nah, player. You ain't player. Can't do that.
Yeah,
Cannot do that. But yeah,
$24 for a pair of underwear.
man, I ain't
Nah.
even man. I remember I called myself this is going way back, night of my prom. Being, young, dumb 18-year-old. I was like, I want to give me some Tommy underwear. It's like, oh, I'm getting me some Tommy underwear. Man, I went into Bird Eyes because it was Bird Eyes back then.
Uh-huh.
Man, I saw the price tag of it. I say, shit, I'm running my ass.
Get me some Fruit of the
let me go. Let me
Loom.
go to JCPenney and get
Get
these
some
Fruit of the Looms
Hanes.
real quick. Oh damn! Giving y'all $20 for a pair of underwear.
And I guess he
Hello.
had like a soft launch, back in May or something, and sold out,
Where they
man.
where they
Twen-
launch, where they sell it at the gym?
Online, I guess.
Oh Lord,
$20,000 worth of merchandise sold out. So
Jesus,
we'll see. I think it's one of
Jesus.
them novelty things. I think you know where you're gonna see a lot of it. If we're able to go out trick or treating, you're gonna see them all in downtowns, and that's gonna be part of people's ensembles.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
gonna be one of them novelty things to kind of, or it might be a gag gift. You might send it, "Happy birthday."
Now
Here's
that
some
would be
underwear
pretty
for you.
damn funny. That'd be funny as hell.
Yeah,
But I guess sticking along the fashion line. Uh, did you check out the remix?
I did. I did, man. I did
Okay,
my homework.
okay.
I did
What'd you
my
think?
homework. Man, I liked it. I'll tell you what. I was, fashion is not necessarily, the most entertaining thing to watch all the time. But
Mm-hmm.
what I did find entertaining and just news to me, because I didn't realize behind the scenes of the hip hop world that we grew up with and that we love and cherish and idolize that era was really some women behind all the fashion. And
Yep.
the influence of the female perspectives and artistry in the fashion industry and bleeding over to that hip hop community and the culture and in the videos and everything else, and then it become mainstream with all the brands and everything. And when they were going back through all the old photos, I was like, oh man, I didn't realize. I remember that. I remember them wearing that,
Mm-hmm.
like when what was it, the oh man, the WW what wear Walker
Oh,
wear.
yeah, Walker wear.
Yeah, Walker wear.
Yeah,
Uh,
Wesley Walker or something. No,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, Walker wear. What
Seeing
the hell am I
seeing
talking
Tupac
Wesley?
with some of those outfits and
Mm-hmm.
Biggie, and it's like, damn, I remember that. Like,
Mm-hmm.
but never knew, never
Yeah,
knew.
yeah, yeah. Last week when I assigned the homework and was trying to get a description, I mispronounced someone's name. Her name is Misa Hilton. Now I apologize. I wanted to correct that because she's very, very important to this story of the documentary, the remix. But the one thing that I found interesting was I remember, back in the late 80s, early 90s, mainly the late 80s, like seeing LL and Big Daddy Kane, they have like these Big Daddy Kane had this MCM that was
Hmm.
it was this trench that was ridiculously dope. And um, I see, the LL would have like a custom MCM sweatsuit, but it looked like, it had an urban pop to
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Right now, me, I didn't, I knew that, you had your high end fashion houses, your Gucci's and MCMs and Fendi's and all of that. I knew they existed and I knew it was expensive, but I always thought that they were the ones. Like I always thought they had a urban. I mean, it wasn't back then. I wouldn't have called it urban, but I always thought that they had like a urban division per se because the sweatsuits they looked like
Like
they
legit.
like like a legit sweatsuit that was
Yeah.
popping back in the late '80s, early '90s, and when I found out that I mean, Dapper Dan was,
Dapper Dan's.
yeah, he was pretty much, copywriting these things. I mean, it was copyright infringement. I still thought it was dope because, though, though those artists were trying to show you, that they liked the finer things too. And they couldn't necessarily go directly to the source because source wasn't really, those fashion houses wasn't really messing with them
Well, and they
like
weren't
that.
making money like the way they are now with
Now,
some of the industry, the way that it's so mainstream,
yeah,
where they couldn't just go do that. They had to grind and really make their way up.
yeah, yeah. So that was cool. And you know what else I thought was interesting was the the thing that got the dominoes to fall for Dapper Dan was the damn Mike Tyson Mitch Green street
Yeah,
brawl.
yeah.
But I thought I was like, Jesus. Damn it, Mike. What are you doing? Um, but
You wouldn't
yeah.
go say that to him
Oh, hell no.
though.
Hell no. Mm-mm. Mitch Green wish he hadn't said nothing to him. Got his ass
hmm
knocked out. But yeah, man, it was interesting. I
I
really
always wanted
enjoyed it.
one of them MCM hats.
Yeah,
They,
I had a fake one from the flea market.
yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
Well, people in middle school, that's where they got them.
Hmm. Yeah.
Um, and yeah, I remember seeing them. I'm like, man, I want one of them.
Yeah, them MCMs was hard. Ooh,
hmm
they was hard.
They
You know
just
what
had a
else
different
was?
feel to them, like the brim, that like
Yeah, the brim
leather
and they
kind
had
of brim. Yeah, the
that big plate.
the big plate.
Yep, the big plate. Hey, I a few years back I was looking for I was just in Bloomingdale's. This is back home in Aventura Mall, right? And I'm like, I'm looking like just I was looking for a book bag, right? So I'm like, well, let me go over here and check out some things. So I'm over in the MCM section, right? I knew I knew this was not a possibility at all. Let me start off by saying that. But when I picked up that damn bag and saw that price tag, I definitely knew it wasn't a damn
Like,
possibility.
let's put that
Let me
down
put that.
very
Let me put this back
neatly.
because this they about they about $725. Oh no, $775 more than what I want to spend. My budget was $25. And that bag was $800. And the thing is, the bag was $800, and all it did it just had the one,
One big zip. Yeah.
yeah, like a traditional book bag. Man, I got a damn Nike book bag that got like 5 compartments. Boy, I got
Get
stash.
lost in the zippers.
What? I got stash spots all over that damn book bag. They want $800 for that. Man, they better go sit down somewhere. But but yeah, man, that MCM was dope back then. You know what else I used to like was Troop.
Is what?
Troop.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
the Troop, the jogging suits, sweatsuits. Those is dope. But those is a little more. You can get your hands on those. I remember getting one of those when I was in the 5th grade. But yeah, the other stuff, the MCM, the
Too
Fendi, and
much.
yeah.
I mean, who knows? Like, even if I were to like win a lottery or whatever, and I say this now because you never know, but I would say my personality right now, I don't need that stuff.
Oh
I
hell
mean,
no.
if I win a lottery, you would never know it because it would be one of those things like I'm in shorts and a t-shirt all the time.
Yep.
You know.
Yep. Yeah. You wouldn't be able to tell if I had money or not either, because
Mm-mm.
and I mean, as we get older, your taste change. You know what I'm saying? Like I
Trying to
used to
make my
always,
money make money. I mean,
yeah, that, and then like my big thing used to be like a car, right? Because when we was in college and we was up here, I didn't have one, so that was always important to me. So when I finally got one, I made sure I always kept it, right? And I used to always say when I was walking to work, man, if I had some money, I'd get a B. If I had some money, I get a Audi. Man, if I had some money, I'm going to get a damn Toyota. That's what I'm doing. Nah, I wouldn't get a
no, I
Toyota.
know what you get. I know what you would get. You get that
What?
GMC Sierra.
Oh, yes, I would. Yes, that thing is nice. That's the oof, man. That's a nice truck. But yeah, yeah, I get a. I think at this point, damn, I'm an old man.
But
I
that's
get a nice.
logical. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not too flashy. It's reliable.
hmm
Yeah.
I get a I get a nice truck and let that. I keep my car. I keep my Ultimate. Pay that off. Drive around on that for a little bit. May end up giving it to Jason. Who knows? I
Mhm.
don't know. I doubt it. I don't know. He, he may think it's getting him and thinking it's think what's that game? Grand Theft Auto. but but yeah, man. Yeah, you don't your taste change
Yeah,
when you get older. Is what I'm trying to say.
yeah. Well, Tarek, man, we've been at this, man, for a little while, and man, always talking with you, man. It just goes, time flies. It's always fun.
Yeah,
We always try to say we're going to try to keep this under, about 45 minutes, but it never lasts that.
yeah, it don't.
Yeah, but it's fun, man. It's probably one of our favorite times right now, though.
Yeah, yeah, and you know what? I am not prepared.
What?
I know, right? I mean,
Listen, I'm sitting at a bar. I'm at my
yeah.
bar, so I mean, I got the choice
Well,
of whatever I get right
I
here.
like to have mine chilled. So I started to pre-pour it and then let it sit here, but I was like, no, I'm not doing that to myself. I'm not doing that to this temple of a body that I have. I'm not drinking no warm shot.
Man, I feel like all every time we do this parting shots, man, I feel like we're having some issues with you. Oh, it's a double shot. I don't want to take a double shot.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I know.
it's got to be chilled. You can't take it warm.
Yeah, so I'm
I
gonna
just
have
pour
to.
mine right out the bottle right now.
All right, let me. I I hate to do this.
You gonna walk away for a minute.
I gotta go get the
Ready?
shot. I gotta go get the
Uh,
shot of Fireball.
well, while you do that, I will. Um, I'll just talk to the people a little bit.
Oh Lord. Oh wait, hold on. Wait, I think. Oh, are you going to get me a shot? Oh, she's no, people. I don't have to leave. My beautiful fiance is going to get me a shot.
The beautiful fiance.
Fiance. Are you taking one with us? She just shrugged her shoulders. I guess. I guess. I mean,
That's a champ. That's a
like we
champ right there.
like it's not a privilege to take a shot with us or something.
Oh boy.
All right, so I'm ready. I
Oh,
got the good old trusty
are
Fireball
are,
here.
are the fingers getting frostbite?
Yeah, yeah, it's good. It's good. It's good and cold. Good and cold.
um, something that we never do. I feel like we should do it this time. You know, we'll do as we do our little toast. We'll kind of we always talk about what are you drinking? You said Fireball.
Yeah, Fireball.
I'm doing a little tequila,
Okay.
some Terramana,
What's it called?
Terramana tequila.
Okay, I like it.
So, little, little Terramana tequila.
Okay.
It's actually really good, really smooth.
Yeah, I got some tequila up there too, but it's that last time I drank it, that shit rough. That shit rough. I
Yeah,
got to stick with this in my whole.
I won't call you out. I won't say anything. So we said, we were talking about what kind of toast can we do, and there was one that I sent you. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, and we could say this is first off, great show, love it. We talked about it. It's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Number 5. This is the last one on one hand. We go to 2 hands. When you start counting,
Yep.
starting next week. Big things coming. Thanks to everyone out there for listening and tuning in, especially some loyal listeners. Actually, before we do this, give a little shout out. Miss Seiler getting her master's degree. I saw that.
Yeah.
We'll
Yeah.
give a little
Shout out to
shout out.
Amber for getting her
Yeah,
master's.
the loyal listener and follower of the DT Lounge. Shout
Yeah.
out to Seiler.
Oh, crazy
We
ass Amber.
appreciate you. Crazy ass Amber.
That's boy. Hey, Amber was on some of them epic trips to Gainesville and all sorts, Florida
And
and
she's a
Miami
trooper. She is
games.
a
And
trooper, that's for sure. Yeah.
yeah. Good people. Good
Oh
people.
yeah, for
Loving
sure,
to
for
death.
sure,
Loving
for
to
sure.
death.
All right. Well, this one says, keep your friends close and keep your beer closer because those fuckers will drink your beer.
I like it. Cheers.
Cheers. I'm gonna give it this time. Mm.
Ooh. Good
Ah,
googly goo.
it's smooth, but man, it'd be a lot
Oh
better if it
man.
was chilled.
Thank God I ain't got to work tomorrow. Ooh. Jesus.
That only makes one of us.
Yeah, that was a brag. Ladies and gentlemen, that is what you call a humble brag.
Oh man, that's good stuff. That's good stuff.
Yeah, man. Yeah, this was fun. This
Listen,
was definitely fun.
they're definitely fun all the time. We appreciate everybody out there listening. As we said earlier, log into that Google account, man. Press that subscribe on the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Keep following the Facebook page as well too.
Yeah, man. And like I always say, that Twitter is coming.
I love it. I love
It
it.
is coming.
Listen, everyone, enjoy your Labor Day weekend. Be safe, and tune in next week for
And
another edition.
remember to social distance.
Oh
There
yeah,
still is a pandemic going on.
there is.
Ain't nobody saying stay cooped up in the house, but we can go out. You just got to be safe and smart about this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wait, before we go,
Yes,
share
sir.
everybody your shirt.
Oh, thank you. I completely forgot. We listen. This is a time that something that I think we all need, and I thought it was appropriate. I'll just show, it, and then we can talk about it.
Yeah.
Humankind, be both, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Man, I think that kind of sums up a lot of the conversations we've had lately.
Yeah.
Just be a better human. Everybody, and the world will be a lot better of a place. Be kind, treat each other with respect. We are one people, and yeah, man, everybody deserves dignity, grace, empathy,
Mm-hmm.
respect,
Yep.
and love. I mean, one love, right?
One love. Preach it, my man. Preach it. It's two things I'm gonna say. First off, that shirt is so appropriate for we was talking about the untimely death of Chadwick Boseman. Him being trolled because he had a weight loss and people didn't even realize he was going through. He was literally dying from cancer, and always think of this, like whenever we are all entitled to get upset. That's just a feeling that it is good to show. You can't go around, everything just can't be, it's unrealistic to think that one person can be happy just all the time. Some things are going to make you upset. But what I notice about being upset, being mad, or holding a grudge, or being in a so-called, you call yourself having a beef with someone, it take a lot more energy to be mad than it does to not be mad.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
that's a lot of negative energy that, quite frankly, I ain't got the time for.
Yeah.
It's so easy to just, hey, how you doing? Oh, that's good. Open the door for somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Say,
Mm-hmm.
speak. It's the easiest thing you can do.
Well, and
So
especially nowadays, like where we got to make it a point because you said we're in the middle of this pandemic, so we got to social distance, or, when we go out, we're wearing a mask or something. So, we're hidden behind that, just going those extra steps and still smiling at people underneath that mask, even though they may not be able to see it. They can see it through your eyes when you're doing
mhm.
those kind deeds, opening the door, holding it for them, like little things like that do go a long way. And this is something that, like, God, it probably, I've been in the education game for nearly 20 years, and one of the things that I've always said and always told my students and was this quote. It was the smallest act of kindness is worth more than the greatest of intentions. So do the little things, because those little things are have so much more value than, man, I meant to do this, but you never do it, or I was
Mhm.
going to do this, or I meant to do that. Just do it. And I struggle with this sometimes. Like, it's easy to get upset, or get frustrated.
Yeah.
I'm human, but like at the end of the day, you be reflective. Always try to, be a better version of you than you were the day before. Do random acts of kindness. Help your fellow man, fellow woman out. Um, you know, I haven't made a point to say it because I don't want any accolation or like any praise for it, because it was just literally a random act that, with that car accident a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Just do things because it's for the greater good of humanity. And it may not seem much to you, but for the incident that I'm referencing, it literally meant the world for this man. Side note, today, a small world, one of my teachers came to me and said that that's her father's neighbor.
Are you serious?
Yep. Yep. They got
Wow.
talking, and through the conversation, she's like, "I know this story. I know. I've seen the video." She's like, "Dad, that's my assistant principal that did that." And this guy lives across the street from her dad, and he's coming home this week or next week. Excuse me.
Wow.
Small world. So I told her,
Wow.
get me in connection with him because,
Yeah.
keep me in touch.
Oh
Because
man, that's so dope. That is so
yeah.
fucking dope.
I mean, I was having such a
Man, I
rough
just got
rough day,
chills.
dude. I'm getting it right now. But I'm hoping not to get teary eyed right now. But I if you're friends with me on Facebook, you know the story from a few weeks ago that my wife posted. I wasn't really gonna say much about it, but
Just a real life hero.
yeah.
I'm just sharing the podcast with a real life hero. It ain't nothing. It ain't nothing going on too tough.
Yeah. But I was having a rough couple of days, man. It's been stressful, and trying to carrying that burden, and then you take, if you remember like something like this, and then the story, she comes into my office and tells me about this, and it just like literally got teary eyed and thinking, you know what, man, life is bigger than this stressful moment that I'm in, and let's put things in perspective and be thankful. Like
Yep.
Chadwick battling his things. I've gone through my battles. I still battle. Every time I have a cough, I'm like, oh shit, what is going on?
Hmm.
It's never easy. But we can be kind. We can love each other, and not be afraid to even say it and express it. Um, and because you never have that, that you don't want to have that what if moments, or I should have, or anything like that.
Hmm. I, I love everything you just said, my man. Everything you just said, brother. And you already know I ain't got to tell you, but I'm gonna tell you anyway. I love you. Like,
Love you too, brother.
man,
Man, I am getting tears in my eyes right now. So.
I know you are. I know you are, man.
You know, just thinking of that whole situation, man, and everything else, man. It's scary. It's very scary. Let me. God, I wasn't gonna go into it, but you know, he. I'm thankful it was just him. I found
Yeah,
out today that you know, his wife was home with his 20-year-old son who is has Down syndrome, and you know, had he been with him,
yeah,
things could have turned drastically different. You know,
yeah.
so very thankful. There's a lot of good in this world, man. You know, so let's focus on that.
People. With that being said, it is time for us to sign off. Love you, my man. Great show.
Absolutely.
Enjoy your Labor Day.
I'm sure we'll be in touch. You too. Enjoy the
Yeah,
vacation. You know,
yeah,
I
yeah. I
am.
am. I am.
Hey, listen, let me spray it. This is a jealousy cologne right now.
It's funny
uh,
you said that. When I did that humble brag, I heard Jennifer knocking on the door. What the hell is she doing? I look up and she's like, somebody isn't on vacation yet.
uh, enjoy
All
it. Well deserved, man. Yeah, for sure. So love you, brother, and you know we'll
right, love
talk
you
to
too, man.
everyone real soon. So peace out, people.
Peace.